Yo, peace was good. Good morning. Hope all is well. Happy Saturday. Welcome to another Storm My CD collection. This is part 106. The album, I have mad CDs that, like I said, I bought over the past year or so, or past several months. I'm just trying to catch up with you guys. I know you guys missed me doing CD collections, so the next couple of videos can be CD collections, no reviews for a while. So just want to show you guys that. Yeah, that's pretty much it on that. All right. So start with the first CD of the collection. Janet Jackson with Velvet Rope, released in 1997. By far one of my favorite Janet Jackson albums. Love this album. With this album, she was kind of going through she went through a deep depression. She had body image issues, which resulted to bulimia. Bulimia. She got really skinny, like anorexic and shit like that, to the point where she was using like coffee enema, shit like that. She was, banging herself, just hurting herself and shit like that. So, she was going through that like throughout time. And she decided to put all this on this album, but she also talks about her she's really like sexual, like over sexualized on this album, which I have no issues with. She's expressing her sexuality on this album. Yeah, she was on her Madonna shit on this album. That's all I have to say about that. If you guys know about Madonna, then you already know the deal with her. So she kind of got into that mode in this album, man. Love this album. You got joints like "Got Till It's Gone," which was a single with Q-Tip and Joni Mitchell. "Go Deep," very dope. "Together Again," I believe it's a single as well. What else? "Every Time," yeah, man, very dope album. For all my peoples, all my 70s babies, my 80s babies that fantasize about Janet Jackson sexually, this is the album for you guys. That's all I have to say about that. Yo, speakerphone, nigga, yo, woo, man, yeah, she. And then there's a song called "Tonight's the Night." There's a lot of speculation that she lost her virginity to a girl and stuff like that. And she caught a lot of flack with this album because knowing Janet Jackson, you guys know her as the girl next door, the nice girl, the good girl, and stuff like that. And, her being religious at one point, living in a Jehovah's Witness household, and now she's doing music like this. It's like, it's frowned upon and that kind of thing. Like, can you do this? And blah, blah, blah. She's just expressing herself, man. But, very dope. I love the dark feel of this album. Rope Burn. Yo, Jesus Christ, yeah. Don't take my word for it. You have to listen to the album yourself. But in my opinion, this is the last good album she dropped. Everything after that just kind of hit a miss. I didn't really bother to try to listen to them. I heard like songs here and there. The Demeter Joe that dropped in 04. The 20YO that dropped in 06, I believe. At the time she was with Jermaine Dupri. I think she was married to him or she was going out with him or whatever. I don't really care. But Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, that's her go-to, man, producers that she needs to be with. Nobody else. It's kind of like with Guru and Primo, you know what I'm saying? CL Smooth and Pete Rock, same concept. That's her, Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, not, JD. That's my personal opinion. But, yeah, Velvet Rope by Janet Jackson, released in 1997. I just love her hair, man. Like, I love that. There's something about Perils in a woman, especially black women. Oh, love that. Love this album. Alright. Next album is 213, The Hard Way, released in 2004. Consists of 3 members: Nate Dogg, rest in peace, Snoop Dogg, and Warren G. All for Long Beach, you know what I mean? So 213, 213 is the area code for Long Beach, that kind of thing. So yeah, man, dope album. It's an album that I slept on when it first came out, you know what I mean? Just because, like me being a fan of Snoop, I'm a fan of Doggy Style, you know what I mean? Anything from the 90s that he put out, that's all I was fucking with. And, of course, The Last Meal, which I love. But I slept on this album, and then getting this album, like, just listen to it. It's actually pretty good. Very smooth out joints. The singles this album was known for Groupie Love and So Far. Those are the singles of the album. Standout tracks for me, I would have to say, is Twist Your Body, Absolutely, Keep It Gangsta, Run On Up, Another Summer, Ups and Downs, Mary Jane, and So Far, man. A really dope joint. Very smooth, very laid back. You know, this is that, you know, beach cruising kind of music, man. That's what I get from this joint right here, man. But very dope, man. Very, very dope album. You know, better late than never, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is 2 and 3, The Hard Way, released in 2004. Very dope album. Then still in the Long Beach of things is Snoop Dogg with R&G, Rhythm of Gangsta, The Masterpiece, released in 2004. I believe this is the 5th or 6th album, I want to say. Don't remember. But known for singles like Drop It Like It's Hot, Let's Get Blown, which I love that song. Very dope song. Signs, which I was not a fan of. And Ups and Downs. Those are the singles of the album. Dope album, I like it. Really dope. Got some dope production. Standout tracks for me is intro. I got I Love to Give You Light. That was produced by Alchemist. Very dope. Very smooth joint. You know, switch for Alchemist. Bang Out was pretty dope. Let's see what else. Promise I, Step Your Game Up, Let's Get Blown. I love Let's Get Blown. That's a very dope joint. Very different from Pharrell. Very dope. Step Your Game Up, like I said, Promise I. Can You Control Your Hoe? That was pretty dope. Pass It. Girl Like You. And that's and No Thing on Me. That's pretty much it, man. Very dope album. I like it. You know, very slept on. You know what I mean? It's not no doggy style or anything like that. But I'd say give it a chance, man. It's not as bad as people put it out to be. Yeah. Rhythm of Gangsta, The Masterpiece by Snoop Dogg, released in 2004. I should bring me back to my high school days and shit. Now we're going to the R&B side of things. All right. We got Blackstreet with their second album called Another Level, released in 1996. By this time, Dave Hollister had left the group, and he started working more with Def Squad, Eric Sermon and stuff like that. But he added 2 members of the group, Mark Middleton and Levy Little. You know what I mean? So yeah, and then Teddy Riley and Chauncey, stuff like that. Chauncey. Singles off this album are No Diggity, which was really big, Fix, and I think Don't Leave Me. Yeah, Don't Leave Me was a single as well. Standout tracks for me, This Is How We Roll, love that joint. No Diggity. No Diggity was so big in the 90s. I mean, it was everywhere on the radio. You could not escape it. Really dope. Back when R&B was good. Yeah. No Diggity, love that joint. Fix, Let's Stay in Love, Never Gonna Let You Go, My Paradise, the interlude, very dope. I Can't Get You Out of My Mind, I'll Give It to You, and The Lord Is Real. You know what I mean? Very, very dope joint right there. 19 tracks, very dope. Love this joint. You know what I mean? One of the best albums. I need to get their first album, the self-titled album. Love that joint. That, in my opinion, I would say this and the self-titled album are my favorites from them. Spoiler alert, you know what I mean? But yeah, very dope album when R&B was R&B. You know what I mean? So very dope shit right here. Then we got their third album, finally released in 1999. By this time, Mark Middleton had left the group at this time and added another member. I forgot his name. Finally released in 1999, like I said before. The singles off this album are let me turn it down, excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that. Singles off this album are "Take Me There," "Girlfriend," "Boyfriend," "Think About You," and "A Rush." Standout tracks for me is Yo Love, Drama / Misery Interlude, I'm Sorry, and "A Rush," finally a "Take Me There" remix. Yeah, man, this album was not really my favorite. I think this was considered a commercial failure. It's just, I don't know, it was like all over the place. The chemistry wasn't there, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because Teddy Riley himself had left the group right after the release of one of the singles, or at least the release of this album. He left the group to get with Guy. And then, his reunion with Guy didn't work out. And me and Chris was speaking Cloud podcast was talking last night, and then we was talking about Teddy Riley, like how he was always getting into some beef with niggas and shit, and we came to the conclusion that it's Teddy Riley's the problem. Great producer, great singer, but he's the issue. You know what I mean? At hand, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? But this was like all over the place, and then they started going a bit more gospel on this album. It's just I don't know. It is what it is with that. But yeah, this was not my favorite. I don't really care for this album. Has songs there and there, but they're not memorable. They're not it's not another level of Blackstreet. Yeah, I'm not fucking with it. But shit. Sorry about that. But decent. It's alright. Not my favorite. But this Blackstreet were finally released in 1999. Then you guys are gonna laugh at me for this, but fuck it, it was cheap, And all those other CDs I showed you guys, those are Goodwill purchases, so I picked up whatever I saw. You know what I mean? It's Kris Kross with Totally Crossed Out, released in 1992. I know you guys like, dude, like what the fuck is wrong with you? Fuck it. Hey, you know what? It is what it is. Chris Kelly and Chris Smith. Rest in peace to Chris Kelly. He's the one that died. I think it's a light skinned nigga. He died, I think back in 2013 of cancer. He passed away. Singles his album was known for Jump and Warm It Up, and I Missed the Bus. Yeah. Production's done by Jermaine Dupri. Very young Jermaine Dupri. I think at the time he was like 16 or 18 or some shit like that. He was a young buck at that time. Standout tracks for me is Jump, Warm It Up, which was the singles, The Way of the Rhyme, and I Missed the Bus. Everything else I was not a fan of, you know what I mean? So I own all their albums now. I just needed this album to add the collection. But I figured, like, why not? Oh, the teeth are gone. Whatever. But yeah, it was alright, not my favorite at all. I don't really care for this album, honestly. I'm more of a fan of, the Youngsters, Illegal, that kind of shit, you know what I'm saying? But that's my steez. But, yeah, Too Low, from Rap A Lot Records, I prefer over these guys, you know what I mean? So, that's my personal opinion. But, this is Kris Kross with Totally Crossed Out, released in 1992. Then, now we back into the hip-hop side of things, alright? We got Redman with his fourth album, Doc's the Name, released in 1998. I already had... Let me change this. Sorry about that, guys. Then we got Redman's Doc's the Name, released in 1998. It's his fourth album. Some I already had, but I don't have the case or whatever. I don't know what happens to the case, but I do have the CD and the booklet. So me as a collector, I have to have everything. So yeah. So the rest of these are just all FYE purchases. I just throw it out there. But known for singles like "I'll Be That," "Let the Monkey Out," and "The Goodness," which is I love this. I love "The Goodness." I remember that's how nice it was to play that song all the time. So around this time, this was like doing like the Def Jam 2000 promotion that they had in the late '90s and stuff like that. Very slept on album in my opinion. You know what I mean? You know, at this time, this album was like more commercial sounding compared to the first three albums, but it was still good. You know, you had songs like "Let the Monkeys Out," um, "Close the Doors." Whoo, I love that joint. Dope posse cut. My only gripe with that is that it didn't have Redman. What else? Brick City Mashin'. We're All Right Yo with Method Man. That was pretty dope. The Goodness, obviously, with Busta Rhymes. My Zone. Da Da Da. Pretty dope. Downtown Funk. Very dope. Dogs, DOGS, and I Got a Secret. Those are the standout tracks for me on this album. My opinion, the last good Redman album that you could listen to without skipping a track somewhat. Cause there's some skippable tracks on this album, but you know the rest of his albums are very hit or miss. More miss if anything. I hate to say that. Redman is one of my favorite MCs of all time, but I don't know, man. He's just been very disappointed in me lately. You know what I mean? But the thing with Redman that I do like about him, he still got bars for days. It's just the production that he chooses. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is Redman with Dr. Name 2000, released in 1998. Then, this is an album I've been trying to get for years. I got it for a great price. Oh my god, I'm so glad I got it. And FYE of all places. Funkdoobiest with Brothas Doobie, released in 1995, man. This is their second album. I fucking love this album. Known for singles Rock On, Dedicated, and Triple X Funk. Those are the singles off the album. Love this album. In my opinion, they're magnum opus. I like their first album, which Doobie UB. Very dope. That's another dope album too. I eventually would have to do a review on these albums, but that's like later down the line, so not anytime soon. But very dope album. I love it. You know what I mean? Dope production by DJ Ralph M and DJ Muggs. Muggs being the executive producer, so you already know what you're getting yourself into, man. You know, at one point part of Soul Assassins. I mean, I think it's still part of Soul Assassins. But standout tracks for me. What's the Deal, Lost in Thought, Dedicated, Triple X Funk, K Sarah Sarah, It Ain't Going Down, Super Hoes, everybody knows about that song. That was on the Friday soundtrack. The part in Friday when Reddy got knocked the fuck out. Everybody knows that line. You got knocked the fuck out. Well, Super Hoes was playing in the background. So this is where that's from. And that song was actually featured on the Friday soundtrack. But I'm so glad I own this because this usually goes for a lot of money. It's very expensive, you know what I mean? So finally got my hands on it, got it for $4.99. I was shocked. I got it with no hesitation, you know that. I need to get the third album from '97, Troubleshooters, but that goes for a little bit of money too. So, but I might just have to bite the bullet and get it, you know what I mean? But yeah, this is Funkdoobiest with Brothas Doobie. This was released in 1995. Very dope album. If you like Cypress Hill, House of Pain, throughout the mid '90s, like that DJ Muggs sound that we all loved growing up, then then you'll love this album. So this is Funkdoobiest with Brothas Doobie, released in '95. Then we got Inspectah with The Resident Patient, released in 2006. This is like a mixtape that he dropped. But for me, it was like more like a street album for me. Love this joint. Very, very dope. And this album was like really, again, like I said, it's a street album. So it's like more street-oriented tracks. Very dope joints right here. I mean, you got songs like Sounds of the Slums. Very dope. Creeps. What They Want. What They Want. It's Not a Game. All I Want Is Mine. A Little Story, Get Down With Me, and Handle That. I think A Little Story was like more, it was kind of a single, you know what I mean? But it's very, very dope, man. Highly recommended. Inspectah Deck, he's doing his shit on the lyrics and shit. Very dope. I love it, But very dope joint. Inspectah Deck with Resident Patient, released in '06. Then we got Raekwon with the Vatican mixtape, Volume 2, the Davinci Code, released in 2006. This is like the mixtape that he had going on. I saw it. I forgot how much I paid for it, but it wasn't expensive. So, I was like, you know what, let me pick it up. You know what I mean? It got some decent tracks. You know, it got songs like Flawless Crowns, which I like. The Run Freestyle, which he raps over Ghostface Killer's Run song. Very dope. You know, it definitely sounds good, him rapping over that, because kind of see what it would sound like if Raekwon would be featured on that song. So that would have been dope. You know what I mean? Like the original song, obviously, too. Rap Killers, Fly Shorty, Penelope, that's very dope. And Rover Sport, you know, those are pretty dope tracks, you know. The rest of the songs are like, you know, exclusive tracks and, you know, songs he rapped over industry beats and stuff like that, you know what I mean? You know, because at this time, like, these were, like, promoting the Cuban Links 2 album. The Cuban Links 2 album that was supposed to come out back in 2006, but never came back. It kept getting pushed back. So, yeah, just finally glad, you know, I got this. So, kind of then I already got Cuban Links 2. But, this is, the Davinci Code, Vatican 2 mixtape, released in 2006. Running out of time, so I gotta do this short, quick. Then we got Redman with Muddy Waters, released in, 1996. This is Redman's third album. Again, another album I already had in my collection, but I lost the case, so I'm very anal when it comes to shit like that, but I had to get it. Man, I would have to say this is my favorite Redman album, man. I always get torn between this and There Is a Dark Side. But they're both great albums. It just depends on the day. So right now, this would be like my favorite Redman album. But you can't go wrong, man. Singles off this album, Pick It Up, Whatever Man, and It's Like That, My Big Brother featuring K Solo, which they're rapping over the Cold Getting Dumb single by Just Ice, you know what I mean? Very dope. You know what I mean? Standout tracks for me, Izzy For Real, very dope track. A little trivia with that song, on the vinyl version, that's the full-length version of that song. You have to get the vinyl version, but you can find it on YouTube. But on the album, on the CD version, is mad short, which kind of pissed me off. But just had to throw that out there. Rock the Spot, very dope. Welcome, whoo, man. Case Closed, oh my god, I used to play that shit so much. With Crossbreed, aka Rockwilder, the producer. I didn't know that until years later. Pick It Up. Whatever Man, On Fire, woof. Creepin', very dope. Yes, Yes, Y'all, I love that. What You Looking For, The Superman Lover 3, Part 3, very dope. Rollin', woo. The Ill Out with Keith Murray and Jamal, oh my god. They were on their lyrical shit. They were on their bullshit on that album, man. I think Keith Murray had the best verse, in my personal opinion. But everybody did their thing. Jamal did his thing. Redman did his thing. But it's kind of hard to tell who did better. It's kind of hard to say. There's no right or wrong answer because they were on the A game on that song. But this is Redman with Muddy Waters, released in 1996. By the way, me and Speaking Club podcast, I think like last week or 2 weeks ago, we did a Redman discography breakdown. I thought it was a great job. Me, Ross, and Mike Sears of Speaking Club podcast. Definitely check it out. Just type in Speaking Club podcast. Just look for it. You should find it very dope. Alright, we got the last two. Alright, then we got Visionaries. With We Are the Ones We've Been Waiting For, released in 2006. I do have a couple of the albums. I have their first two albums. The one is called Sophomore Jinx, I believe it's called. And the other one is called Galleries, which came out in 2004. But it was actually recorded in 1997, so glad to own those. I want to say that All We Need was a single of the album. I could be wrong. It's either All We Need or All Right is one of them. I think All We Need was a single of the album. But very dope joints right here. Standout tracks for me is All We Need, In the Good, All Right, Do-Gooders, 1%. Woo! Kev Brown, son. Man. Lately, The More I Reprise and School Days. Those are like the standout tracks for me, man. Dope album. Not as good as their first first two albums, but very dope album, very dope underground hip hop. But this is Visionaries, released in 2006. And then I know you guys gonna laugh at me, but fuck it, I don't care. I had to get it because it was dirt cheap, man. I got it for like 50 cents or a dollar, so I had to get my hands on it. Maybe one I'm gonna show you guys, but fuck it, I don't care. Another another bad creation with Coolin at the Playground, you know. Released in 1991. This is their debut album, released in 1991. Dope album, man. I really enjoyed this album. If you guys like, you know, New Jack Swing, then you'll definitely enjoy this album. Singles off this album is Aisha, which was really big in the early 90s. Playground, Jealous Girl, My World, and Spider-Man. So it's a pretty decent amount of singles, you know what I mean? This is about 4 or 5 singles. Dallas Austin, you know, on the production. Very underrated producer. Very, very dope. He's worked with them. He's worked with TLC. He's worked with Illegal. You know, people like that. So, you know what you're getting yourself into with Dallas Austin. Standout tracks for me is Playground, My World, Aisha, Spider-Man, That's My Girl, and ABC. Very, very dope album. I know a lot of people will make fun of this because it's little kids, but they're actually pretty good, man. Really good stuff right here. You know what I mean? I need to get the second album that dropped in '93. You know what I mean? By that time they're a little bit older, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, dope album. You know what I mean? If you like New Jack Swing, then you'll definitely enjoy this album. You know what I mean? But very dope. Definitely, you know, a guilty pleasure of mine. Not a guilty pleasure, but you know, just I bought it for nostalgia purposes, if that makes sense. But this is Coolin at the Playground, you know, by another bad creation, released in 1991. That's it, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Stay tuned for more videos. Like I said before, the next couple of videos is gonna be just straight CD collection videos. You know what I mean? Just want to get them out the way. You know what I mean? So I might do another one today. Who knows, before I go to work today. So we'll just see. Alright? Hope you guys enjoyed that. Y'all be easy. Peace.